Big challenge Hibs this weekend, but I mean they're not so far ahead that you can't catch them, are they?
No, it's a tough match. Obviously, as you know, they're a Premier League outfit. They played very well last night against Celtic, so it's going to be a tough game. You know, we know that, but we're at home. It's a cup game. You know, we can dream, can't we?
And the cup game, I mean, what extra dimension does that put on it for you? I mean, it's always fantastic to get a cup run, isn't it?
That's right, and the club's got a bit of history with the cup run, so hopefully that continues. Looking forward to the match, to pitch yourself against one of the best teams in the country, in the top division, aren't they? And so now we're looking forward to it, you know, and obviously it'd be great to get another to go deep in the tournament and get another cup run.
And talking about the history that the club has got with the cup, I mean, there's plenty of folk still around from last time around that got the team, the club to that pinnacle.
Right.
So that must help having all that experience, you know, to take it that far.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, obviously it's nice to get experienced players and experienced staff around about you that know what it takes to get to the finals. So yeah, I've been to a few finals myself in my time, so I know myself. So hopefully we can get to the final this year.
And talking about your own experience, obviously with the FA Cup with Everton, I mean, this will be your first time round in Scotland doing that. Do you think, is it harder to win up here, do you think?
It's hard to win, yeah. And it's harder to win up here, why not? It's, all games are hard to win, at any level. Doesn't matter what league you're in, to get 3 points or to get a cup victory is tough. We had a tough run, but found it difficult to win against Cowdenbeath, for instance, in one of the rounds. So it's no easy to win any game. And
is it nice to get a break from the league? Talking about the league, is it nice to get a break from the league and for the players to kind of show off their skills a little bit more and prove themselves to you?
Yeah, you could look at that. It's something different, isn't it? Everybody wants to get to the cup final. It's a massive cup. Everybody in the world knows about the Scottish Cup, so we want to get there. It's a home game. It's a tough match. We know that. We'll be the underdog, of course. We will be, but we'd like to go deep in this tournament, and one we're really looking forward to, and hopefully we can get into the next round.
What's your team news?
Louis Longstaff has just been stretchered off the training ground as we just half an hour ago. As I come off the training ground, unfortunately, it looks like he's twisted his knee, and he was going to be starting for me. My strikers, Alex has got a fractured hand, which he got in his last match, and he's going to be touch and go if he makes it. He's got a broken bone in his hand. Hopefully it's not too bad, and he can be involved tomorrow. Other than that, we're more or less there, you know.
Any of those things going to pose a problem for you, or can you make manoeuvres to kind of...
Obviously the striker's a big blow. If he doesn't play, it's a massive blow for us because he's done so well for us, you know. And obviously if he's out for a long time, it's even worse. But we're hopeful that he can be involved tomorrow. If not, it might be the following week. But it's a blow, obviously. But we've got other good players that can fill in.
Thank you.
Whether it being in Scotland or England, what is it about these kind of cup competitions that might make it so exciting to play, and either as a player or to coach and be involved with?
Yeah, well, as you said, it's exciting, isn't it? They're very famous cups, the FA Cup, the Scottish Cup, and it's a chance to win a trophy, isn't it? I mean, there's only one team's going to win the league. It's not going to be Inverness at the moment, is it? So we're hoping to, as you say, it's great for the history, isn't it? To win a cup and to be a winner. So that's what you want to remember I suppose when you finish your managerial career or you finish your playing career. To have won a trophy, it's a tremendous, and it's a difficult achievement, isn't it? There's not many do it.
How much of a boost do the club take, or would it be how much would a boost would it be to get into the quarterfinals and I suppose continue this club's good recent form in this competition?
It'd be a massive boost, obviously, because it gets everybody on board, doesn't it? You're taking on a top team. And if you can beat them, it gives you a bit of confidence and momentum, and of course financially as well, for the club, to get into the next round is worth a lot of money to us, isn't it? So yeah, hopefully that can happen.
Just Charlie was on before speaking about how it's a chance for to test themselves against the top flight. Is that what you're looking for? Players are supposed to be up for it and test themselves against one of the best teams in the country.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure my boys are up for every game. But of course, this is as you said, it's a top team, one of the best teams in the country. As you said, they've just performed really well against Celtic last night. So it's going to be a massive task for us. And it's good that the players are, they're trying to push themselves to become great players and for themselves to play in the top flight. So it's a good gauge, isn't it? So hopefully we'll be up for it.
And do you think a good kind of cup run kind of helps have a knock-on effect in the league as well when it gets back to that?
Yeah, I think it does, doesn't it? If you're winning games, if you're getting you're building confidence, you're winning matches, I'm sure it'll give the players confidence.
Good stuff, thanks for that.
You've been to 2 finals in Scotland yourself, Duncan. I don't know if everyone's chipping in and out about asking you about it, but obviously they didn't work out. Is that, it's a young memory, but is that a painful memory, these 2 finals?
It is a young memory.
Yeah.
That's gone way back. I think the only thing I can remember is that you think it's going to happen all the time, don't you?
Aye.
You really do when you're young. You think it's just going to happen every
normal.
year. I think I went to 2 cup finals. I was a young man, maybe in my early 20s, and then I'd won in the FA. I'd had a couple in the FA Cup final. There you go. I played with Newcastle in the FA Cup final, and I played with Everton in the FA Cup final, and I played a couple of Scottish Cup finals.
Yeah.
When you're a young guy, you just think it's never ending, is it?
Yeah.
But as you get older, I suppose you start to appreciate it a bit more, and maybe you do reflect and think if only. But I can't complain. I won the FA Cup,
Yeah.
which is a tremendous. Not many people get to do that. It'd be nice to win a Scottish Cup, but maybe this year, right?
I was going to say, as manager, would it be, just as special to
It could
do
be
something?
more special, really.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
As a manager, you're responsible for everybody, aren't you? So I think it would mean much more as a manager as it does as a player. And as I said, when you're younger, you think it's going to happen every week or every year. It doesn't, does it?
When you say it might mean more as a manager, like what about being a manager would make that more special, do you think?
Well, yes, you're responsible for the tactical setup, you're responsible for the training, you're responsible for the motivation, picking the team, the whole thing, isn't it? It's you who's doing it all. When you're a player, you're just looking after yourself really in the main, you're getting yourself ready for the match. So yes, you've got a lot of responsibility as a manager. And of course you're to blame, aren't you?
Always.
As when you're a player, it's the manager to blame. Well, I'm the manager now, so it's my fault, isn't it?
But is it even more, is it even more all embracing when you're...
I suppose even when I was at Everton, I suppose when I was managing, I was doing it all as well. Yeah, don't get me wrong, you maybe do a little bit more here, like clearing snow off the pitch and things like that.
Aye.
I didn't do that quite as good as sin, because there's underground heating. So you do a wee bit more here.
Aye.
But I still know all managers are up the wall, aren't they? They're all busy men, and I'm just one of them.
Last year, Livingston and Kilmarnock were knocked out by Thistle on the way to the final, so 5 championship and premiership ties this time around, so it's, the incentive is there to take the scalp, albeit, Hibs are from the point.
Yeah, no, we're up for it, we're ready, we're motivated. Obviously we lost our last home game, which wasn't a nice experience at all, so we want to bounce back with a victory. As you said, they're a good team, we're a good team, we believe we can beat them. The boys are ready, and we're really up for it, and hopefully we can go deep in this tournament. As you said, we've had a good tradition. Hopefully that can continue on Saturday.
I was just going to say, in terms of the styles, Duncan, to teams that will be kind of all-out attack, probably. Do you think?
Your style?
Aye, against Hibs.
Yeah, we don't change really. To be honest, look, we might have to counter-attack a little bit more because, of course, Hibs will might have a bit more possession than we normally get domestically in our league. So we've worked on that a little bit, maybe being a little bit more off the ball. But we certainly want to be on the ball as well, and we'll not change our style. I'll be doing to Hibs how good they are on the day if they keep the ball. But we want to get the ball and keep it, and we want to create chances as we've been doing. And be exciting, I think our style of play is for all to see, and hopefully we can stick the ball in the net this time.
I was just going to chat with Alex Samuel, and said he obviously broke a bone in his hand. Is that the kind of thing you could play through with a cast, or is that just a straight in or out?
Yeah, definitely. I think I don't know. I don't know if you can play through it because it might get worse. You know, because if he falls on it or things like that. So we're waiting to find out. We don't know how long really, or if it's possible. They're talking if it's really bad, it could be 6 weeks. If it's no, it could, you know, it could be available. So we're going through that at the moment with the doctors, and maybe a light cast or something like that, as you said, could get him on the pitch. So yeah, I think if it's no this week, it could be next week, or maybe the week after. Maybe he can play with a lighter cast on it. But I think when it just happens, it's, you know, they're scared in case it falls over. You know, fall over and make it worse.
Gutting for him the way he started his career here.
I know, it's just incredible, isn't it? I mean, like, what happens. It's football. It happens, isn't it? Bizarre injury. I think the guys grabbed him and pulled it or something. You know, just what's happened in the last match. And he started so well, as you said. He scored 4 goals, a couple of games, and really looked good for us. And he was getting fitter and fitter because he hadn't got a lot of minutes at Ross County. He was getting his minutes here. But you know, look, he can still play tomorrow. If not, it'll be the week after, hopefully, or maybe the week after. But I hope it's not 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.